Freedom Fighters, I'm back with another one. Well, I had a topic I was going to discuss today, but we're going to have to shelf that one for later. It's nothing time sensitive, so we'll get to it sometime down the road. But due to current events that happened in Ecuador, if you're not aware, they're pretty much having a coup. People are storming the media centers, the news broadcasters, government buildings, schools, etc., and pretty much taking over the country and raining terror all over the place. And I guess it's all over from what they said that some kind of drug lord or something escaped prison. It's kind of like, I guess, the Ecuadorian version of El Chapo or something like that. So, like, yeah, all his followers and stuff are going out and creating chaos and havoc. And of course they'll say that they're criminals and, all this. And I don't know much about the situation except for this article I read. So, if you know more about it, let me know. And of course their version of it is they're impoverished and by a corrupt system and a corrupt government. So they're pretty much taking over. And the leadership has declared basically martial law and curfews and shutdowns and basically turn the place into a police state where they can do whatever they want to hunt these people down. So basically, essentially, shit is hitting the fan in Ecuador. And, it's really happening, all over the world. Poland, it just had something as well. I didn't read too much about it, but they arrested, I guess, the prime minister or some kind of parliamentary system they have. I'm not sure exactly what they do over there, but they arrested some politicians, arresting supporters of theirs and stuff like that. And basically, I think what's happening there, from my understanding, is that it's basically patriots versus globalists. And it's not just happening here. I've said before, my belief is that we're in a civil war here in America. But it's not really just America. It's really all of the West and really all over the world of patriot versus globalist, communist, Marxist forces. And what I think is going on in Poland is that, if you're not in line with going against Russia, and I'm pretty sure they're a NATO country, and, these are the anti-globalist forces, and they're like, no, we're not in this whole let's go get Russia and start World War III. So they're arresting them, and they're like, no, you need to get in line with NATO. We're going to war. Get ready. And the ones who are against that was, from my knowledge, what I read, were the ones who got arrested. So, again, there's your sign that things are getting ready to go hot and heavy here pretty soon. But what I wanted to touch on with this Ecuadorian thing that happened was that they went playbook. They took the plot from a movie called New Order. And I know once upon a time I said I was going to do some movie reviews of movies that I liked. And, I usually watch like war-type movies or something like that. The classics, Gettysburg and Gods and Generals, Patriot. My favorite Civil War movie is Cold Mountain. And I was going to do some movie reviews and stuff, but this one movie was really good. And I remember thinking, like, it's the most active depiction of a shit hit the fan revolution, style movie. A modern day shit hit the fan revolution type story. And there's another one called Bushwick. So if you haven't seen that one, I would check that one out too. It's I believe Texas invading New York and stuff like that. And they're coming out with a new movie literally titled Civil War, so I'll definitely do a review on that one. Let me know if you guys are looking forward to seeing that, or you're going to watch that movie or whatnot. But yeah, I'm going to do a class assignment for you guys today. I want you to check out that movie New Order. I believe you can get it on Amazon. And I know people are going to be like, don't support Amazon and all this. But maybe there's different avenues that you can rent it or watch it on. So I'd recommend you check that out. But basically, it was the playbook for these people's revolution. They came in, they swarmed the elites, they took over the news stations, all this, took over the police departments, government buildings, stuff like that. And they were pretty much ruthless with the people. I mean, they lined them up against the wall, pretty much everything you can imagine that would happen in a takeover like that. And they took the women, kind of like what we saw happen on October the 7th. It's a playbook, and it's basically just what happens in war. I mean, people don't realize, what's coming, and I've meant to do a video for that for a while. What you can look forward to happening here in America, and with open borders, it pretty much is lining right up to their plan. And this movie New Order, anyway, it happens in a Latin American country. They do all this stuff, and you're seeing the videos come out of there, and it's like the exact same thing. And another thing I wanted to touch on was, so there's videos of them gathering up soldiers or police or whatever and stringing them up or putting them up against the wall. And one of the comments I saw on there were, man, these guys are all like, buffed up military dudes and they're in shape, and, they just watched their homie, right? They just watched their homeboy get dragged off and strung up on a rope. And they all sat there and did nothing, assuming that they're going to be next. And they're like, why would you just sit there and allow that? And, I've said before, it's kind of part of the human condition, where, a lot of people will say, oh, I'll never get taken alive, I'll never get, taken to the FEMA camps, or I'll never get loaded onto the train cars. And I've said time and time again, people are lining up, and it's always this kind of belief of like, if I just hold on, one more second or one more minute or a couple more hours, days, months, whatever, that, I'm going to make it. And it's that they hold on to that faith of like, it's not going to happen to me. But I mean, this is a pure example why you don't get captured by these people and taken alive, because you're going to die a much more gruesome and horrible death later on than the one that you're going to face at your doorstep. But yeah, I mean, those are the times that we're coming into, so I just wanted to touch on that real quick and give you the assignment to check out this movie. Look into, what's going on in Ecuador and Poland and really the whole world. That's your homework assignment for the day. But yeah, on that note, you know what I always say, we are on our own. No one's coming to save us. So get right with God, because only God can save you. Freedom Fighters out.